Dear professors and fellow students, I would like to welcome you to our video on efficient customer response. What is it and how does it affect retailing? I hope you gain new insights from this video and we appreciate any feedback. My group partner Sean Vetter and I worked together on this video. At first, I will explain to you the definition of ECR and its goals. Then, Sean will explain the requirements of implementation. After that, I will give you an overview of the 4 basic strategies of ECR. And at the end, Sean will show the disadvantages, explain the relation to the semester project, and describe the integration of the Boyd model. We worked together on the PowerPoint presentation. After this slide, you will see the sources we used for our video. Thank you in advance for watching, and now we start with the video. Efficient consumer response means the efficient response of the company to the customer. The basis for ECR is provided by quality management. TQM stands for Total Quality Management. It's an all-encompassing quality management system. Here, both the internal customer, for example, another department in the company, and the external customer count. TQM stands for the fact that quality is not only a product characteristic. Rather, quality concerns all operational and interoperational processes that are necessary for the production of goods and services. The product of the trade is not only the goods, but our trade performance as a whole. Efficient consumer response has 4 basic strategies, which I will explain on the next slide. All strategies have the word efficient in their name. But what does efficient mean? You could also call efficiency cost effectiveness. The question here is the relationship between effort and result. As a management concept, ECR should enable the company to take customer wishes into account more and more effectively, and therefore to continuously increase customer satisfaction, but also to identify and implement rationalization opportunities in this context. By the optimal and efficient reaction to the customer desire, so not only the expirations can be improved in the own enterprise, but also cooperation with the manufacturers and suppliers.
Before we are going to start explaining the basic strategies of implementation concerning the efficient customer response, it is important to clarify what is necessary to actually realize the ECR. First of all, it is important for a company to create a seamless integration of goods and information down the line, so that, for example, sales to the end consumers automatically trigger orders from the partners in the value chain. Furthermore, the company needs to establish responsibilities for managing the flow of goods and information across the whole company or across all divisions, therefore overcoming the problem of divisional egoism.
Now I will explain the 4 basic strategies that should help us to do what was mentioned before. The first strategy is called efficient replenishment. It is part of supply chain management and aims to optimize the supply of goods. Logistics areas such as transportation, warehousing, and goods handling are to be mapped transparently for the entire logistics chain with the help of standards, special logistics concepts, and information technologies. Order quantities are calculated automatically and the sale of goods and replenishment of goods are coordinated. coordinated. Just-in-time delivery can reduce inventories and still ensure high availability of goods. The other three basic strategies are assigned to category management and concern marketing. The three strategies are called efficient store assortment, efficient product introduction, and efficient promotions. Efficient store assortment deals with the optimization of merchandise offers. By designing merchandise displays and sales areas in an appealing way, sales can be increased and the turnover rate of merchandise and the productivity per unit of retail space can be increased. Efficient product introduction promotes joint product development and introduction and is often used to establish private labels or retail brands together with manufacturers. Both partners benefit from the knowledge of customer needs. Efficient promotions primarily involves the joint planning and execution of advertising campaigns and sales promotions. However, it also helps to improve the overall availability of goods through the manufacturer's ability to deliver. Retailers would like to benefit from the support of the industry in these three strategies.
As we have so far only talked about the advantages of efficient consumer response, it is important to mention what the barriers of ECR are. These barriers can be categorized into two parts. They are either out of lack of capabilities or out of a bad attitudes of wholesalers, retailers, or manufacturers towards collaboration. A lack of capabilities can be both skill and technology related. Implementing ECR often means adopting a new technology, which therefore demands new skills from staff and sophisticated computer, hardware, and software. This can prove difficult for companies, but still manageable. A far greater barrier would be the lack of attitude towards communication. If wholesalers, retailers, or manufacturers resist or even refuse to collaborate, the whole concept of the ECR is dead before it has even begun. As we have now clarified what an efficient consumer response actually is, it is time to bring it into action, therefore connecting the newly learned information to the Empreis Semester Project. In the Semester Project 1, Activation of Product Assortment Areas, we try to analyze different assortment areas of the Austrian-based retailer Empreis. After analyzing, the main work is to offer ideas to improve the assortment. The efficient consumer response can be a useful tool to consider when trying to improve the assortment. For example, if we as a consumer identify a problem in the area of restocking products, or in the technical term, out-of-stock situation, the ECR can offer Empreis a productive solution to this problem through a quicker cooperative collaboration between production and retail. Generally, the communication throughout the whole value chain should be seamless, as the retailing business is highly competitive and a fast response to the market movements can set you ahead of the competition. This is especially important to a retailer like Empreis, as they are one of the most exclusive stores in the market, and the consumers justify paying a higher price for services, like always having a fully stocked store. As we have already learned, the Boyd model is a way to communicate a company's core competences to potential consumers and create a bond through aligned interests. This communication and establishment of a connection can be done by the known 4 steps. The first 2 steps concern the development of a brand identity. The third step concerns the actual implementation of the brand identity. by translating it into every inch of the company. This is where the ECR can be a helpful tool to maximize efficiency, as it also concerns replenishment, assortment, product placement, and promotion. The fourth step is the observation and measuring phase of the new built brand identity. The ECR can also provide help in this phase, as it ensures a seamless communication across the entire value chain to the end consumer and back. Therefore, the company can react quicker to any given negative or positive response from either end of the stakeholders.
Thank you for listening.